My name's Nick Jooste. I play 5'8" for the University of Canberra Vikings.
Jooste. Oh, the lovely interchanger passes brings Dargaville his second try.
I grew up playing Aussie rules from like the age of 5 or 6. At about the age of 11, I started playing rugby as well. So I went to Hale School in Perth, and it's got a pretty big rugby culture down there. The team's been pretty successful over the last 15 years or so, and it also helps having a South African head of rugby. He's a very good coach. NRC last year, obviously while I was in school, was a bit of a handful. There's a lot of things going on. I was doing exams and that. No, it was definitely a big step up in pace and physicality from school rugby, or what I was used to. Yeah, Canberra's freezing. The winters, it's a lot colder than Perth, obviously. To learn from guys like Stephen Larkham and Matt Tamura and Christian this year was something that was a massive lure for me to leave home and come to Canberra. Yeah, so the older boys have chucked the nickname around Little Bernie. Yeah, I have a bit of a laugh. Not sure if it's got anything to do with the way I play, unfortunately, but the nickname's probably just because I'm tall and a number 10. He always takes me into his office, gives me words of advice. He's been unreal, and I'm really looking forward to working with him next year as well. Growing up playing AFL, I always loved kicking a footy around, whether it was a rugby ball or a Aussie rules ball. I used to have a bit of a hobby and just going around and kicking balls.
Nicholas Jooste then, with that distinctive style, he can certainly boot a ball, this young man.
We went over to Manchester for the Australian Under-20s this year, and that was a pretty unreal experience. Obviously awesome to play for Australia and with a good bunch of boys from all over the country. My goal was to ultimately play for the Wallabies, so I think the NRC paves a great pathway for that. Now hopefully I can bring a bit of size and physicality to the number 10 jersey.
He's undoubtedly one of the rising stars in Australian rugby. Nick Jooste, you like what you see of him on the field and off it, super impressive as well.
Yeah, still very young, so that's what we've got to remember. But we saw him in the NRC last year for his home state, Perth. It was a big loss to the force over there when he came east to play under Stephen Larkham, but it's hard to turn down Stephen Larkham when he calls you and says, I want to teach you how to play rugby. So I've been impressed with him, and a big stature of a 5'8", which is good too.
Yeah, he's big. He's built very similarly to Jack Debrasini from the Rebels and the Rising.
Yeah, and I think, again, we can't expect too much of him too early, but I think over the next 3 or 4 years, hopefully he'll develop into something similar to a Larkham-style player.